Boy picked up a flying fish to feed to a hungry tiger, but ended up letting it escape. Suddenly, he heard some commotion behind him and was surprised to find a school of flying fish. For them, this was an extraordinary feast. The tiger was fiercely hunting, while the boy was knocked over and hurt. However, they weren't the only predators around. A bluefin tuna unfortunately jumped onto the boat. For this delicious food, the boy picked up a stick and fought the tiger. After a standoff, the tiger eventually backed down, allowing the boy to successfully catch the fish. The tiger also had plenty of small fish to satisfy its hunger. At this point, they had been drifting at sea for over a month, and food and fresh water had long run out. The boy enjoyed the satisfaction that came from eating the tuna. In an effort to coexist peacefully with the tiger, he tried to tame the fierce beast. Clearly, this was not an easy task, but compared to the beginning, the tiger's wild nature had improved significantly. Seeing the tiger obediently sit down, he took out some tuna meat to reward it. Thus, the boy and the tiger began their peaceful drifting life together. During the day, he would catch fish for the tiger, and when it rained, he used a homemade raft to collect fresh water. After a long time, he noticed a pod of dolphins passing by. Driven by curiosity, he stood up to watch and suddenly spotted a cargo ship behind the dolphins. He quickly took out his signal gun, trying to attract their attention. After half a day of effort, he exhausted all his signaling devices, but the cargo ship slowly sailed out of his sight. Feeling a bit desperate, the boy lay down on the boat while the tiger sat still, staring at the sea. Driven by curiosity, the tiger also leaned forward to take a look. It saw some amazing creatures and the vibrant scenery of the deep sea, as well as the ship where the boy had the accident. All of these were merely illusions he conjured up in despair. The weather at sea is always unpredictable. One moment it could be clear skies, and the next, a fierce wind could blow in, with the waves growing larger. Soon, a scene of chaos surrounded them. However, after so long at sea, the boy had already gotten used to such conditions, but the tiger was not so fortunate. As a creature of the jungle, it couldn't withstand the harsh conditions of the ocean. When everything calmed down, the boy's raft had disappeared. At this point, he looked noticeably more haggard, and the tiger was in a dire state. They had now been drifting at sea for more than half a year, and the barriers between them had long since disappeared. The boy kept stroking the tiger's head, hoping to make it as comfortable as possible in its final moments. He was also prepared to face death. However, when he opened his eyes again, he found that the boat had drifted to a small island. Everything seemed to have taken a turn for the better once again.